Hi everybody, Darren Weeks with Fast Track to Cash Flow, and I want to give you some information on why you should attend this upcoming one-day event where I'm going to share with people how to grow your business, take it to the next level. That one-day event is going to be this Saturday, November 21st in Red Deer. We're going to start at around 9 o'clock, so it's going to give you plenty of time if you're coming in from Edmonton or Calgary to get there. We're going to end at about 6 o'clock, where it's going to be a very full day. Let me give you an example why I'm going to do this event. I've never done it before, but the richest people in the world are business people. If you read the Rich Dad Poor Dad book, the financial formula of the rich is to build a business that creates cash flow. That cash flow then can give you more cash flow if you buy real estate or paper assets with it. But again, business ownership is the key. So the event really is targeted for those people that own a business or want to get into a business. I'm looking for business owners that don't have $1 million in sales perhaps, or they want to grow more than $1 million in sales, and I'll explain to you why that's important in a few minutes. Now first of all, as most of you know, I read this book in 2001 and changed my life. Now Robert really helps me expand my mindset when it comes to understanding and believing what's possible. So Robert calls that belief system, he calls that your context. So he's really good, especially in person, when I see him in person or go to his events or hang out with him, he's really good at making me think bigger, how I can become a better entrepreneur, how I can help more people, how I can serve the world. So again, Rich Dad Poor Dad, great book, but Robert doesn't really tell you any details on how to do things. So in about 2005, I was introduced to this book. It's called Mastering the Rockefeller Habits. And this is full of content. Exactly, step by step by step. What do you need to do and how do you do it? How do you actually run your business? What do you do to grow your business substantially? Now Vern, who wrote this book, Vern Harnish, I had him trying to come to Canada for years. I wanted him to come to Canada. He kept saying no. So I eventually bought 1,000 books, and he finally said, I'll come and speak to you, Darren, and to your people. So the reason I wanted to come up was, when I read this book, in conjunction with the Rich Dad Poor Dad studying that I'd been doing at the time, and still do, my company grew, according to the Profit magazine, I've got 3 of them here, my company grew in 2010 was the first year we made the list, 929% in revenue growth in 5 years. Vern, who works with some of the biggest companies in the world and fastest growing companies in the world, I should say, in fact, he's so well known, Vern mentors Michael Dell's son. So when somebody worth $40 billion, with the last name of Dell, says, would you like to mentor my son? Obviously Vern is a very high regard. So that's the caliber of individual Vern is. So he wrote The Rockefeller Habits, I studied this book, my management team studied the book, and as a result, a few years later, we hit the profit list, 2010, 2011, 2012. With the money that I made, I always like to give back, we sponsored the Canadian Olympic luge team for over $1 million. Couldn't have done it if I didn't own a business. So the reason I want you to attend this event is to grow your revenues. Why do most of you need to grow your revenues? Well, according to Vern, only 4% of companies ever have revenues of over $1 million. So in other words, most businesses are small businesses, owner-operators, way too much stress, not enough money in their company, not enough free time. So with these strategies, you can actually earn all those things, more money and more free time. Now, the last book I'll talk about, Scaling Up. This book replaces, that's why I don't have the picture anymore, this replaces the Rockefeller Habits. So the Rockefeller Habits book was around for about 10 years, but Vern, he reintroduced a lot of new concepts. He put together this book called Scaling Up. In essence, this is like Rockefeller Habits 2. So we're going to study this book this weekend. So we're going to take all the lessons I've learned from the Rich Dad Poor Dad teachings, combined with the Rockefeller Habits teachings, and now the Scaling Up book, and we're going to actually sit down together, work together, and go through your own personal plan, your growth tools. We're going to talk about people, strategy, execution, and cash. So those are the 4 things we're going to cover this Saturday. It's about a 8 or 16 page work booklet, very detailed. We're going to be doing a lot of actually thinking and strategizing, filling out this work booklet so that you can start to implement these strategies, because I know they work. So I want you to think one more time. Has my company ever grown at 929% in 5 years? Have I ever made the profit list? Have I ever had sales of over $1 million? If the answer to those questions are no, then maybe you should consider coming to this event. So again, I've never done it before. It's going to be a lot of fun. I love business owners and entrepreneurs, and for $100, I don't think you can get better value anywhere. So if you want to register, click on the link below, and you can either register directly, or one of my staff will call you. But seats are filling up quick. We only have room for 100 people. That's it. I'm going to try to do this again in the future, but right now, it's the only time I've done it. Not sure if I'll do it again. It's going to be a fun, packed day of information where we're actually going to do a lot of actual work so your business grows. So again, thank you. This is Darren Weeks with Fast Track. I hope to see you in Red Deer on the 21st of November.